Hello, you're here Wednesday's edition of QPVN English News Bulletin with Mility, and here's the news in brief. Vietnam and Laos advance practical defense cooperation. Military youth always overcomes obstacles. Vietnam eyes vigorous progress in science, technology, and innovation. On the morning of March the 25th, at National Military Training Center No. 4, General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense, presided over the inspection of the combat training for the parade formations participating in the ceremony marking the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and National Reunification Day. In accordance with the training plan, the Ministry of National Defense had 32 formations. Since February the 16th, assault units have moved to the second phase training area, conducting centralized training and dry rehearsals at 4 different locations. Through multiple combat training sessions, the training quality has significantly improved. General Phan Van Giang commended the agencies and units, particularly the parade formations, for their remarkable progress in quality and discipline, reflecting the strength, professionalism, and unity of the military. It is truly a source of pride that your movements embody the strength of the Vietnam People's Army, the military and self-defense force, and the armed forces as a whole. I deeply appreciate and acknowledge this. We will carry this spirit, determination, faith, and strength into every mission we undertake, with the same commitment we show in today's training. With only about a week left before the formations move to Ho Chi Minh City, Minister Phan Van Giang urged the units to intensify their training. During the training period in the South, strict military discipline must be maintained and safety must be ensured. The Minister also emphasized the need for close coordination between agencies and units to organize the forces' travel to Ho Chi Minh City, ensuring absolute safety. On March the 25th, Senior Lieutenant General Hoàng Xuân Chiến, Deputy Minister of National Defense, chaired a meeting to review bilateral defense cooperation with Laos and finalize preparation for the 5th Vietnam-Laos Defense Policy Dialogue set to take place later this month in Luang Prabang. The meeting acknowledged steady and meaningful progress in bilateral defense ties with growing cooperation mechanisms and deeper engagement. Notable achievements include enhanced border security, effective joint training programs, and stronger collaboration in defense strategy and personnel development. Looking ahead, both sides will focus on deepening practical cooperation, especially in political and multilateral engagements, human resource training, and border management. General Chiến emphasized the importance of well-concerted efforts to ensure the upcoming dialogue success, contributing to the effective implementation of the defense agreements signed by both militaries. On March the 25th, Missile Regiment 238 under Air Defense Division 363 Air Defense Air Force Service held a ceremony to celebrate the 60th anniversary of its foundation day, March the 26th, 1965-2025, and received the second-class Fatherland Protection Order. Attending the ceremony was Senior Lieutenant General Lê Huy Vịnh, Deputy Minister of National Defense, and Lieutenant General Phạm Trường Sơn, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army. Regiment 238 is the second missile unit of the Vietnam People's Army, which fought on all the battlefields during the resistance war against American imperialists, shooting down 152nd aircraft on ties, including 9 B-52s, contributing significantly to the experience of the missile troops in fighting B-52 and the birth of the Red Book, B-52 Fighting Wing Handbook of the Air Defense Air Force Service. In the coming time, the unit will further uphold its sense of vigilance, maintain strict discipline, and combat readiness, fully safeguarding the assigned airspace. Following UNCLE's teaching, young people must volunteer to go to the most difficult and arduous places. Today, the youth of the Vietnam People's Army carrying out missions in remote and difficult places like Africa is always determined to overcome all challenges, devote themselves to well fulfill their tasks, spreading the image of UNCLE soldiers in the international arena. In Bantu, South Sudan, when cholera broke out, the youth union members of the Level 2 Field Hospital Rotation 6 became the core force, proactively implementing epidemic prevention and control plans. They worked around the clock at the hospital and raised awareness of local people while providing health examinations and support for patients and gifts to local medical facilities. As members of the Youth Union Chapter in South Sudan, we not only focus on professional work, but also build close relationships with local people through meaningful mass mobilization activities. I appreciate the enthusiasm and contribution of the Vietnam Level 2 Field Hospital. They are highly qualified professionals with good medical ethics. Their presence makes us feel more secure. Meanwhile, in the Central African Republic and Abe, military youths of the Vietnam People's Army have also always enthusiastically devoted themselves. They see challenges as opportunities to affirm their matter, contributing through their expertise, volunteer activities such as free medical examination and treatment, education support, building infrastructure, and contributing to improving people's lives. As a young officer in the United Nations Peacekeeping Force, I not only represent myself but also bring the image of Vietnam to the world. So I always try to contribute with practical actions.
And I think it is
through my field trips, I have seen the achievements that the Vietnamese Peacekeeping Force has reached. I am truly impressed with their professionalism and enthusiasm, including young officers. The footprints of the Vietnam People's Army's military youth have been imprinted on the most difficult lands of Africa, spreading the spirit of Anglo soldiers. Despite challenges ahead, they are still resilient and dedicated, contributing to building a stable, peaceful, and better life for local people. Coming up next, Vietnam and Singapore boost economic cooperation. Vietnam eyes vigorous progress in science, technology, and innovation. On March the 25th, Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Chí Dũng met with Singapore's Second Minister for Trade and Industry, Tan Sri Lang, and discussed ways to further enhance Vietnam-Singapore economic ties. Deputy Prime Minister Dũng highlighted two key priorities, including closer collaboration in science, technology, and innovation, and stronger connections between private enterprises of both countries to enhance participation in global value chains. He commended the success of the 18 Vietnam-Singapore industrial parks and called for developing next-generation parks that are smart, sustainable, and socially responsible. He also expressed confidence in the upcoming Vietnam-Singapore Innovation Talent Exchange Program and urged swift coordination to launch it. Second Minister Tan Sri Lang affirmed the strong foundation for bilateral cooperation and noted that the Vietnam-Singapore Economic Connectivity Agreement is driving progress across 5 pillars: energy transition, sustainability, infrastructure, digital economy, and innovation. Recently, the Vietnam Trade Office in Singapore, in collaboration with the Singapore Semiconductor Industry Association, organized a seminar to introduce the potential and development strategy of Vietnam's semiconductor industry. The hybrid event attracted numerous investors and leading enterprises in the field, including Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corporation, Qualcomm, and Marvell. In his opening remarks, Vietnamese ambassador to Singapore Trần Phước Anh noted that Singapore has extensive experience and advanced expertise in the electronics and semiconductor industries, creating favorable conditions for bilateral cooperation. He expressed hope that the seminar would help businesses from both countries better understand each other and develop effective collaboration programs. Vietnam is rapidly becoming a key destination for semiconductor innovation and manufacturing investments, driven by strong government commitments, an improving business environment, and its strategic positioning in the regional supply chain. Regarding the development orientation for Vietnam's semiconductor industry, Vietnamese Trade Consular in Singapore Cao Xuân Thắng and business representatives at the seminar highlighted key focus areas, including training high-quality technical personnel, advancing research on next-generation electronics integrating specialized and AI chips, building a robust supply chain, augmenting international cooperation to acquire advanced technology, investing in technological infrastructure, and gradually establishing domestic brands and markets. The annual Vietnam International Trade Mart, or VIET Hanoi for short 2025, is set to get underway in the capital city of Hanoi from April the 10th to the 13th. Themed developing green destinations, elevating Vietnam's tourism. Particular focus will be on spreading the goal of developing Vietnam's tourism towards sustainable and green growth. One among the highlights of the VITA will be an area introducing applications of artificial intelligence and robots in the tourism, hotel, and service sectors. According to the organizing panel, the event is an opportunity for tourism businesses to connect and sign new contracts while promoting the development of related economic sectors. Along with the visa exemption policy, the fair promises to be a boost for the development of Vietnam's tourism, contributing to realizing the goal of attracting 22 to 23 million international visitors to the country this year. In 65 years accompanying the country's development, achievements in science, technology, innovation, and creativity have left historical marks in many important fields, becoming both the premise and driving force for sustainable development, especially in the new era of national growth. Science, technology, and innovation are the immense resources, also the shortest path to achieve sustainable development goals. In Vietnam, science and technology make up over 30% of the value-added agriculture. The value of high-tech products and technology applications reaches over 40%. Vietnam has successfully manufactured a great deal of new equipment, production lines, and types of materials with a high localization rate, mastered many advanced technologies and techniques in disease diagnosis and treatment, meeting world-class standards. Vietnam's innovation index has continuously improved. In 2023, Vietnam ranked 46 out of 132 countries and economies, ranked fourth in Southeast Asia, and maintained its second position in the group of 36 low-middle-income economies. Vietnamese scientists have created made-in-Vietnam products that bring fame to the country, not only narrowing the gap between Vietnam with advanced countries in the world, but also helping raise Vietnam's position and prestige in the world. With the viewpoint that resources originate from thinking, motivation originates from innovation, strength originates from people and enterprises, the science and technology sector and scientists have continued to uphold the tradition of patriotism, solidarity, unity, resilience, and enthusiasm in scientific and technological research to make contributions to the cause of building a stronger, happier, and more prosperous Vietnam. Science must develop from practice and then return to serve human life, contributing to improving the spiritual and material life of the people. The party and state have no other purpose than to protect the independence, freedom, territorial integrity, and sovereignty of the fatherland and make the people increasingly happy and prosperous. That is the highest goal of the party. Science and technology must also aim at this goal. Present in most countries and territories around the world, Vietnamese intellectuals and businessmen are not only increasingly asserting their economic potential, role, and influence towards the host countries, but also actively contributing to building and protecting the homeland, being an effective bridge to help the Vietnamese economy reach out to the world. Carrying deep affection for their homeland, many more than 6 million overseas Vietnamese living in over 40 countries and territories around the world wish to contribute more to the construction and development of their home country, especially in the high-tech area. United and strong communities of overseas Vietnamese will contribute to affirming the position of the country, and the position of our country will, vice versa, make our overseas Vietnamese become stronger, more developed, and have a better position in host country. It is the end of the news bulletin today. You can watch news again at QPVN.vn. For the goodbye, and see you next time.